What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black, Testy the Black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you my Sixers 10-game review. Once again, a little bit late. Forgive me. I'm 4 games over, so it's really been 14 games and not 10 games. But you know, it's my fault. I don't keep perfect track. Like, I keep up, but I don't keep perfect track. So I'm going to try this new system, see if it works. Well, we don't got much left of the season anyway. But, you know. Now, before I get officially underway, I do have some breaking news, actually. Not this Saturday coming up, but next Saturday. Ladies and gentlemen, I will have my first ever guest here on the channel with me. You know him. You've heard me talk about him so much over the years. That's right. I'm finally bringing Addy onto the show to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, to talk about their season, to talk about the game against the Bucks, and to talk about what they should do in the offseason. Because quite frankly, honest, me and him are on opposite sides of the spectrum. He thinks that we should keep Jalen Hurts and continue to build for the future, while I personally think the Eagles are not that far away from actually contending. Plus, you bring in a Russell Wilson, and he will, just because of him being there in his presence, will force the other Eagles players to step up their game. It's not like we haven't seen this before. Again, it happened with Nick Foles. Not once, but twice. Technically 3 times. So, if it can happen with Nick Foles, oh, you best believe it can happen with Russell Wilson. But that's just my thoughts. I'll get into that more next Saturday. So stay tuned for that. I am really looking forward to it. And I sure am excited. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into the 10-game stretch. Now, it would have started off with the Sixers versus the Pelicans, but that game ended up being postponed because of COVID, so we did not get that game. So that's a game that will be played later on. So we're actually going to start off with game 32, which is the Sixers beating the Celtics 108-103, Embiid dropping 41, and Jaylen Brown dropping his team high of 30. You're going to see a very good trend here in this list, and you'll see momentarily. Next up, the Sixers would unfortunately lose to the Hawks 98-96, almost a reverse of what happened when we faced the Hawks before. Embiid with the game high 23, Collins with the team high for his team of 17. Then the Sixers would go on and they would beat the Wizards 117-96, Embiid with the game high 36, and Dinwiddie with the game high of 17. Next on, the Sixers will go on and they would beat the Raptors 114-109. Embiid with the game high 36. Siakam with a game high or team high of 28. Next up, the Sixers will go on and actually beat the Nets for the first time this season. Should have been the second time, but hey. 110-102, Embiid with the team high 34, actually game high too. Both KD and Harden had 33 points, but the Sixers, but you know what that tells you. If both Harden and KD had 33 points and the Nets still lost, that means no one else on the team showed up or they got locked down. Probably a combination of both. The Sixers did their thing on that night. Next up, the Sixers would beat the Rockets 133-113. Embiid with a game high 31, and G. Matthews with a team high 23 for the Rockets. Next up, the Sixers would beat the Magic 116-106. Embiid with a game high 31, and Cole Anthony with a team high of 26. Next up, the Sixers would beat the Spurs 119-100. Embiid with a game high 31. Murray with the team high of 27. Next up, the Sixers would beat the Rockets again 111-91. Embiid with a game-high 31. Wood with a team-high of 14. Wow, you know we shut the Rockets down on that night, guys. You just know. And then the Sixers unfortunately lose their first game in a while as they lose to the Hornets 98-109. Embiid with a game high 31 still, though, and Hayward with a team high of 30. And actually, that's it. That is that it? That is it. That is the 10-game stretch of the Philadelphia 76ers right there. You know, not bad, not bad. Yeah, that's it. So, in this stretch, the Sixers went 8-2. Great. Amazing. They won 7 straight games. Great. Amazing. Embiid, though, in this stretch, it has been the Embiid show, who has put himself in the conversation of MVP now. I still wish Steph was there, but he unfortunately has cooled off, so the next best thing for me is Embiid, because he is my second favorite player, you know, obviously on my favorite team, because Steph is my favorite player of all time. You know, he tied a Sixers record of 8 straight 30-point games, so that's great. At the time of that last game, the Sixers were 23-17, and they were 5th in the West. But I also do have the current. They are 26-18 at the moment, and they're still in 5th place. But, and here's the interesting part, they're only 2.5 games out of first place. It is very, very close in the Eastern Conference. And if there's anything to take from this stretch, it's that Embiid is definitely in his prime now. Not having first of all, Embiid was always the best player on the team. There was no doubt about that. But having Ben Simmons there, you know, I guess I don't want to say impeded him, because you need 2 top players in order to, you know, win a championship. But Embiid just seems so dominant even more this year than last year. And personally, probably because Simmons isn't there, you know, with his playmaking and his defense, you know. Obviously, the Sixers aren't where they're in a good spot. They're in a good spot. But I don't think that they're in, like, I don't think they're a threat. They're still not. Embiid needs help. Like, if you get this man help, and I know that's what Daryl Morey's trying to do, which is why we haven't traded Ben Simmons yet, but I also don't want to waste Embiid's prime. Like, we know this man is not the healthiest of guys. Like, the man, you could breathe on the man and he might have a broken toe or something, be out for a month. So I just don't want to waste his prime. The dudes, these past 2 years, has really been killing it. And again, I just don't want to waste his prime. I want to be able to maximize and win a championship. You know, I've seen the Philadelphia Eagles win a Super Bowl, and it was the most amazing thing. I want to see the Philadelphia 76ers win an NBA championship to hold up the Larry O'Brien trophy. I want to see that. You know, I want that. And in order for that to make that happen, you got to get Embiid some help, man. Obviously, like we said, don't just trade, you know, Simmons for nothing, but at least get him a really good, man, it seems to me that the Sixers are just waiting on James Harden. And what if James Harden decides to re-sign with the Nets? Like, then you did all that for nothing, you know? Or if you do get James Harden, and then you can trade Ben Simmons for a couple of good B-plus players, then with Embiid, Harden, and the B-plus players around them, I very much believe that that team could win a championship. So we will see. that's where the Sixers currently stand right now at this moment. 5th in the rankings in the East. Embiid's been a monster. He's MVP right now until someone knocks him off. Only person I'll accept is Steph Curry. That's it. Jokic, you're not better than Embiid. You shouldn't have won MVP last year. Not saying you're not a great player. I'm not even saying you didn't deserve it. I'm just having a little bit of haterade because that's my boy, and I love me some Embiid, and that's my team, and I want to see them win and be successful. So that's just my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Tomorrow, I will be giving my predictions for the divisional games in the NFL playoffs, so stay tuned for that. And I want to say this Saturday, I'm posting my WWE video that I've been saving for a while, and I actually am looking forward to posting it, and I hope you are too. I plan to upload more WWE on this channel. I know it's only been Sixers and Eagles and Sixers, but this is a 3-part channel, and I haven't been carrying my weight with that 3rd part. So definitely look forward to that this coming Saturday. That's coming soon. And if you're not down with that, don't forget, next Saturday, again, don't forget, the special Addy's coming on. We're talking Eagles, we're talking the season, we're talking the future, we're talking Jalen Hurts, Russell Wilson, all of it. Looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward for him meeting y'all. Hopefully the man ain't camera shy, you know. So please remember to like this video, share it. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never miss a video. And if you're not down with that, just got 2 words for you. Peace out, and I'll catch you guys next time.